Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Aulia Rangasatria. I am a student from class 2B of the 3 Electrical Engineering program with student ID number 2301031004. I am currently studying at Polytechnic Negeri Padang. This is video made as a final assignment for the subject English. In this video, I will talk about 3 important topics in the field of electricity. They are: the first, electrical safety; the second, measuring tools; and the third, transformer. Let's begin with the first topic. Let's begin this video with the first topic, which is electrical safety. Electricity is a powerful and essential part of modern life. It powers our homes, schools, office, hospital, and factories. However, if not handled properly, electricity can be extremely dangerous. Electrical accidents can cause fires, serious injuries, or even death. That's why understanding electrical safety is very important. Electrical safety means taking the right precautions and using the correct procedures when working with or around electricity. Whether you are an electrician, a student, or just using electrical appliances at home, it is important to know how to stay safe. The first, let's talk about some common electrical hazards. These include N1, exposed wires. If a wire loses its insulation, it can shock anyone who touches it. 2. Wet environments. Water is a good conductor of electricity. Never touch electrical equipment with wet hands or in a wet area. And 3. Overloaded circuit. Plugging too many devices into one socket can cause overheating and even start a fire. And 4. Damaged plugs or cables. Using damaged electrical items is very risky. Next, we need to understand the importance of personal protective equipment, or PPE. In any environment we work with electricity, PPE is a must. Common safety equipment includes insulated gloves to protect your hands from electric shocks, safety boots with rubber soles to prevent current from flowing through your body, safety helmets to protect your head from falling objects in industrial areas, and face shield or safety glasses to protect your eyes when working near spot on electrical arcs. Besides using PPE, we also need to follow standard safety procedures. For example, always turn off the power before repairing or inspecting a device. Use tools with insulated handles. Never use metal ladder when working near electrical lines. Use fiberglass or wooden ladders instead. Keep flammable materials away from electrical panels and wiring. In industrial settings, there are many safety signs and labels that you need to recall. For example, danger, high voltage, and do not touch live wires, and authorized personnel only. The signs help prevent accident and are part of international safety standards like EIC, MOSA, or SNE in Indonesia. One important concept in electrical safety is lockout tagout, or LOTO. This is a safety procedure used in industrial workplaces to ensure that endangered machines are properly shut down and not started up again before the maintenance is complete. LOTO helps prevent accidental energizing of equipment Electrical safety also involves regular inspection, checking wiring, grounding system, circuit breakers, and equipment. Help ensure that everything is functioning correctly and safely. As students or future technicians, we must develop a good habit of checking every tool and every situation before we start working. A simple mistake with electricity can lead to a big disaster. In summary, electrical safety is about knowing the risk, using proper safety equipment, following the correct procedure, and always staying alert and cautious. Whether we are working in a factory, doing electrical work at home, or in the lab at school, safety must always come first. As they saying goes, it it is better to lose a minute of your life than to lose your life in a minute. Now let's move on to the second topic, electrical measuring tools. In the field of electrical engineering, it is very important to understand what is happening inside a circuit. We cannot see electricity with our eyes, so we use special tools to measure it. These tools help us check voltage, current, resistance, and many other parameters. One of the most common and useful tools is the multimeter. A multimeter is a handheld device that can measure voltage in volts, current in amperes, and resistance in ohm. There are two types of multimeters, analog and digital. Analog multimeters use a needle to show values, and digital multimeters or DMMS show number on a screen and are easier to read. To use a multimeter, we must connect the probes correctly. The red probe is usually for the positive side, and the black one is for the negative or ground. For example, if we want to measure the voltage of a battery, we set the dial to DC voltage and place the probes on the battery terminals. The screen will show the voltage value. The next tool is the clamp meters. This is used to measure current without disconnecting the wire. You simply open the clamp, place it around a live wire, and it will detect the current flowing through the wire. Clamp meters are especially useful in high current circuits where it is dangerous or inconvenient to break the connection. Some clamp meters also function as multimeters, so they are very versatile. Another important tool is the insulation resistance tester, also known as a megometer or measure. This tool tracks the quality of insulation in electrical equipment and cables. Good insulation prevents electric current from leaking which can cause short circuit or shock. The insulation tester applies a high voltage and measures the resistance. If the resistance is high, it means the insulation is good. If it's low, the insulation might be damaged. One more tool that is often used is the phase sequence tester. In three-pass system, it is important to know the current order of pass R, S, and T. If the sequence is incorrect, motor can rotate in the wrong direction. The pass sequence tester helps identify the correct pass rotation before connecting equipment. There are also simple tools like test bench or voltage tester, which can detect the presence of voltage, and continuity tester, which check if two points in a circuit are connected. Let me also mention power meters. These tools measure power consumption in watts and are used to check how much energy a device uses. In electrical labs and industries, we often use oscilloscopes. They are advanced tools that display electrical signal in the form of waves. Oscilloscopes help use analyze signal behavior over time and are very useful in electronics. When using any measuring tool, it is very important to read the user manual, use the correct settings, hold the probes careful, and never exceed the voltage or current limits of the device. Electrical measuring tools are not just for engineering, they are also important for technicians, electricians, and students like us. These tools help us detect problems, perform maintenance, and ensure safety. For example, if a light is not working, a multi can help you find out if the bulb is broken, the switch is faulty, or there is no. In conclusion, measuring tools are the eyes and ears of an electrician. Without them, it is impossible to work safely and efficiently. Always remember, measure twice, work once. This means we should always double check electrical values before making changes to a system. Okay, for the final part of this video, I will talk about transformers. Transformers are one of the most important components in the electrical power system. Without transformer, it will be very difficult to deliver electricity safely and efficiently from power plants to homes, offices, and factories. So, what is a transformer? A transformer is an electrical device that is used to change the voltage level and alternating current, or AC. It can either increase the voltage, called a step-up transformer, or decrease the voltage, called a step-down transformer. Let's look at a simple example. Electricity is generated at power plants at a voltage of around 12 kilovolts. However, to transmit electricity over a long distance, the voltage needs to be increased to reduce power loss. So, a step-up transformer increases the voltage to 132 kilovolt or more. When the electricity reaches the city, it needs to be reduced again for safe use. This is where a step-down transformer is used. It lowers the voltage to 2024, which is safe for household appliances now. Now let's understand how a transformer works. A transformer is made of two coils of wire, and one the primary coil and the secondary coil. These coils are wound around the magnetic core made of laminated iron. When a current flows through the primary coil, it creates a changing magnetic field. This changing magnetic field induces a voltage in the secondary coil. This phenomenon is known as electromagnetic induction. The voltage depends on the number of turns in each coil. If the secondary coil has more turns than the primary, the voltage increases. This is a step-up transformer. If the secondary has fewer turns, the voltage decreases. A step-down transformer. The basic transformer equation is V1 per V2 equals N1 per N2, where V1 equals primary voltage, V2 equals secondary voltage, and 1 number of turns in the primary coil and 2 number of turns in the secondary coil. Transformers are very efficient, with efficiency rates of over 95% in most designs. There are several types of transformer depending on their application, and one power transformer used in transmission system handling very high voltage, and two distribution transformer used near homes and business to deliver electricity at usable voltage level, and three isolation transformer used for safety and to isolate parts of a circuit, and four instrument transformer like current transformer GTS and voltage transformer VTS used in measurement and protection. You can also classify transformer by construction, and one core type windings surround the core, and two cell type. The core surrounds the windings in electrical lamps. We sometimes use auto transformer. These have only one winding that acts as both primary and secondary. Auto transformers are lighter and cheaper, but they don't provide electrical insulation between input and output. Transformers are also protected by various devices like relays, mutual relays, and circuit breakers to prevent damage from overloads or short circuits in everyday life. We see small transformers inside phone chargers, TVs, and LED lamps. This help reduce the voltage to a lower, safer level for electronic circuits. In industries, large transformers are used in substations, are usually seen near electric poles or inside device of arrays. Let's not forget the importance of cooling system in large transformer. This include oil cooling system, where oil circulates and removes heat. Air cooling system, where fans help dissipate heat without cooling transformer, could overheat and fail. In conclusion, transformers play a critical role in modern power systems. They allow electricity to be transmitted over long distance safely and efficiently. They also help in adapting electricity to different devices and needs. As electrical engineering student, it's important for us to understand how a transformer works, how to maintain them, and how to safely use them in real system. Remember, no transformer, no power distribution. And that's the end of my presentation. Today we have learned about three important topics in electricity. The first, electrical safety to prevent accident and protect lives. Second, electrical measuring tools to help us understand and maintain electrical system. And third, transformer, which play a key role in the distribution of electrical power. I hope this presentation helps you understand more about these essential topics. Thank you very much for your attention and for watching my video. Once again, my name is Aulia Rakasatria from class 2B D3 Electrical Engineering with student ID 2301031004, a student of Polytechnic Negeri Padang. This video is a final assignment for the English subject. See you next time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye and stay safe.